Kalalau Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash, and double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing this word in all sincerity and in honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel Barakatah. Today's lesson, Isaiah 24:1, does not speak of the entire earth. Isaiah 24:1, Behold, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And that's exactly what the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, shall do unto the modern day place of Babylon the Great, which speaks of America. This is not referring to the whole entire earth. Remember that the scriptures are written as a mystery or in the form of a riddle. As it says in, I believe that's Ezekiel 17:2, speaks of that riddle. Now just imagine if the word America was found upon biblical text, it would have not been placed into production. The Bible would have been outlawed if you had certain words as America written straight out. It would have been outlawed. And scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. The Israelites themselves were scattered into all the lands. There are Israelites that resemble the other nations. But here we have Isaiah 24:2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, has spoken this word. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. This is in reference to modern day Babylon the Great, which is America. When it comes to America, all the nations are in America. All 18 nations. Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The haughty people of the earth do languish speaks of the Edomites. Now this is what trips people up when it says the earth mourneth and fadeth away. And that is not referring to the whole entire earth. This is referring to a certain portion of the earth that fadeth away. That certain portion speaks of America. There are two places that shall utterly be annihilated: modern day Babylon the Great and the land that the small hats now inhabit. But the only difference is that the land that the small hats now inhabit shall rebuild, but modern day Babylon the Great shall never rebuild for the things done unto the true Israelites, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. And according to the King James Bible Dictionary, as you can see here, means to disappear gradually, to vanish. In its verb transitive, the word fade means to cause to wither, to wear away, to deprive of freshness or vigor. And that place that shall wither, which means that it shall cease to flourish, is modern day Babylon the Great. To wear away means to gradually disappear, according to its definition. And to deprive of freshness means to deny from being made new again. Right. That's why the scripture of Jeremiah 51:29 has said that Babylon shall become desolate and without inhabitant. Babylon shall be denied from being made new again. You see? And when it says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, it's referring to a certain portion of the earth because the scripture of Ecclesiastes 1 and 4 has said that the earth abideth forever. Let's prove that in Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, as you can see here, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. And this earth that we all inhabit abideth forever. Only modern day Babylon the Great shall truly fade away. It shall be annihilated from coast to coast by those 200 million missiles of Revelation 9:16 through 18. Now, if you go over to the scripture of Revelation 11 and 13, it says that the 10th part of the city fell. The 10th part speaks of the 10 zones of the states. As you can clearly see here, an image is worth 1,000 words. Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. In other words, the earth is defiled under the rulership of Esau, Edom. They are the wicked of the earth, according to Malachi 1 and 4. Esau, Edom has changed the laws, statutes, and commandments given in order to follow their own decrees and set of governing rules. They follow their own rules, their own decrees, their own philosophies. They have basically changed the times, seasons, and everything prescribed and set forth by the Lord Yahweh Yahushai. And that's the reason why everything is out of course and is so screwed up and failing. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, according to Job 9 and 24. And that's why the earth is out of course. Even those earthly environmental and protection laws that they have set in place are being attacked. This goes to show you that nothing is truly protected when it comes to these rulers of the earth. There's always a loophole, and their laws are constantly being changed and modified to their benefit. And when it comes to the scriptures, the Bible has said what would happen unto those that destroy the earth. Let's go over to Revelation 11 and 18. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath has come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Those that destroy the earth are headed for destruction, according to the scripture. According to the scripture of Revelation 11 and 18. But it's just as it says here, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. The rulership of the wicked has destroyed the earth on so many levels. Chemtrails, the food, the water, GMOs in the food. Water has many pollutants. Also these major industries and companies dumping their toxic waste into the waters. Etc., etc., etc. And the scripture of Revelation 6 and 4 did say that power was given to him that sat around to take peace from the earth. The red horse of Edom has taken peace from the earth. The nations were so angry because they were also taken out of their comfort zone. The saints are the Israelites, according to the scripture of Psalms 148 and verse 14. But unto the wicked of the earth, they have hated biblical instruction. That's why the earth is totally out of course. Let's go over to Psalms 50 and verse 16. Psalms 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Psalms 50 and verse 17. seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. And this is in reference to Edom. Edom was made to be the wicked of the earth, according to Malachi 1:4. Further reading says in Psalms 50:18, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Psalms 50:19, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And this is clearly speaking of the elite Edomites. Edom is the wicked according to Malachi 1:4. I can't stress that enough. Psalms 50:20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And this goes back to Jacob and Esau, but it even goes further than that. It goes deeper than that. This goes back to Cain and Abel. Cain is the father of the Edomites. And here we have that scripture of Psalms 50:21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And this speaks of the elect men of the Lord in the highways and byways, reproving them through the world wide web. Everything is being searched out and revealed in these last days, in the fulfillment of prophecy. Great tribulation is coming, but as soon as they implement that CHIP of Revelation 13:16-18, that third world war of utter destruction cometh quickly. According to the scripture of Revelation 11:14. But get this word, because also the famine of the word shall come. They will remove our videos from the World Wide Web. Much tribulation is coming. Like they say, get this word while it's hot. And trust in the Lord, have faith, keep believing. With that being said, Ka'ala Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors to the elders of Jemas Ruel, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity and in honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Shalom.